recording, I'm going to go through how to make your personal brand business cards. So the first thing you want to do is double click on the graphic arts one server. I'm going to actually open up Illustrator, and under my name, under personal brand, I have stationery. I'm going to open up Notepad and then drag it into Illustrator. Okay, so it opens it up. Making a new document, file new. All business cards are going to be for print. I'm going to make sure it's inches. All business card sizes are 3.5 by 2. So I'm going to put 3.5 by 2. Now for my business card, you're going to be at least 1/8 of an inch away. So I'm going to click on the notepad, click on my logo and copy it. Go to business card, paste it in. So actually the size for it isn't too bad. I just have this extending over. So I'm going to use my selection, direct selection tool, click off of it, highlight what I want to put on, and get it back to the actual size. So the size for my logo is pretty good. I might make it a little bigger, and that leaves plenty of information, or plenty of room for my name, address, phone number. So this is my business card, and I'm going to put business card front. I'm going to go save as. I'm going to do BCF, business card front. And because I don't want really my pattern on the front, I'm going to do the back of the business card, and I want the back of the business card to have, so I'm going to delete that. I want the back of the business card to have this pattern. So I'm going to click on the pattern, copy it, paste it in. And so for me, I want this pattern to be for the back of my business card. If I make that, it's going to keep. I'm just going to duplicate it, make my waves. Alright, so my back of my business card goes a little bit further, which is fine. And this one I'm going to call save as, and then put BC for business card and back, B, and save it again as an EPS. Now the reason why we have to do that in Illustrator is because it does not give us the option to print front and back in Illustrator as it does in InDesign. So I'm going to open up InDesign. I've already got my notepad, so I'm going to close that down. I'm going to go File, New Document. Again, this is a print document, and I want it in inches. So if I add 3.5 together twice, so 3.5 plus 3.5, that equals 7 inches. And then how many times can 2 go into 11 is 5, so 2 times 5 is 10. So I'm going to make it exactly 7 by 10. We're going to do 2 columns again, and this time our margins are going to be 1/8 of an inch, so it's actually 0.125. So you double that, and it makes it 1/4 of an inch, and that's how much the gutter would be. I'm not too worried about the bleed, but we can just add 1/4 of an inch in and hit create. So now it's made it 2 columns. Again, I'm going to grab the guide up here and bring it down to 2 inches. That's where we're going to cut the business cards at. So I want to design 1/8 of an inch up. So my business card will go right in here. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw my box. This time I'm staying within the pink lines for the box. I'm going to go File, Place. I'm looking for my business card front. So I go under my name, personal brand, stationery, there's business card, back, and there's front. So I'm hitting the front first. Now it's always, I don't know why it does that. I'm going to use the direct selection tool and move it up. I want it on the top part. Then if I open my, I guess I can do Notepad. That has, oh, nope, doesn't have my phone number. I'm going to open my letterhead because I want all the stuff. I want the business card, I want the letter, I want the address, phone number, and URL. So I've got all that on here. I'm going to click on it, copy it. Now I know it's going to be too big for this. to enlarge it so I can see it. So it's a little too big. Typically, on a business card, you've got your address, you've got your phone number, and you can have your website, but I'm going to take the website off of this, and I'm going to put my QR code on the back. But you always want your name, so my name, and you can have a title, and I'm going to put down, now for this, I'm going to change the typeface to Britannica because I want it to stand out more. And I'm going to make it a little bigger. And then I'm going to add a little bit more leading or space between my address and my phone number. So up here on the control panel, you've got this type size, and underneath it's leading, which is the space between, or leading as they call it, whatever. So I want my name still a little bigger, and I'm going to bold my phone number, about card, medium, just a little bolder. Those are the two things that most people use on your business cards. They want to see your name and they want to see your phone number. Alright, so I've got that for the front. Make sure you spell everything correctly. After I do that, I'm going to select both, group it, Apple G, and now I'm going to step and repeat. So under Object, Transform, Move, it is 3.5 inches wide, so I want to do 3.5 and copy. So now I've got next to each other. Hold the Shift key, and I can select them both. Now I want to duplicate them down. So under Object, Transform, Move, this time I don't want to go vertical or horizontal, I just want to go vertical. So I take horizontal to 0 and vertical to 2, and I copy. And I'm going to do that, opposite, Transform, Move, and copy again. I'm going to do that until I go all the way down. And copy again. So now I've got 10 business cards up on one sheet of paper. So that's the front. Now I want to do the back. And if you don't have the pages up, under Windows is Pages. You want to get that to show. We're going to use a master page. Master page basically takes a document from the same size, so the same size as the front, and lets you put a second page on. So where it says Masters, you're going to drag one down. That's the back. Again, I want to go to 2 inches. And this time I'm going to do a picture box, but I'm going to go all the way to the middle. And this time I'm going to place, File, Place, the back of my business cards. And then the same thing. This time I'm going to put the QR code on there. So I'm going to make another picture box inside of it. File, Place, and put the QR code on. Now it doesn't fit totally, so you have to fit content proportionately. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to select all, group it, Object, Transform, Move. Now horizontally I want to go 3.5, but I don't want to go vertical yet. So I'm going to put 0 and copy. Now if I really wanted to, I could make this match all the way across. I don't know if I can do that. There we go. Alright, so now I can select it. Select it all, selection tool. And then I'm going to duplicate, this time vertical. So I'm going to go Move, I want to go 0 horizontal and 2 vertical. And I copy it. And again, I don't know if I want to match these up, but I'm going to try. No, I don't know if it's going to do that. Seems like it's not going to. It kind of does a weird thing if I try it, so we're not going to do that. I got to match side to side. So we'll just leave it like that. So I want to duplicate this again. So object, transform, move, copy. Now if you don't want to do that, you can go on object, transform again, and then it also does it too, the dimensions. So now I've got my front of my business cards and my back of my business cards. So I'm going to save as, I'm going to call this business cards and my initials. Save it in my stationery folder. And then it's time to print. So I'm going to go File, Print. For this, you need to center it. If you notice over here where it shows P, it shows it like it's off-centered. So you have to go under Setup, and you have to hit Centered. You're going to hit Marks and Bleeds and put crop marks on. And we want to print it front and back. So we go to Printer here, and we go to Layout, to Xerox Features, and make sure it's two-sided print. And then print it out. So when it prints out, it should be lined up front to back. So I'm going to, I've got it saved. Once you finish that, you're going to show the instructor for approval. Make sure you scan your QR code to make sure it works. And then you get cardstock paper. Now I suggest white because these are, you've already got color on your business cards. You can do a index white, or you can do a cover Howard Linen bright white. That would be my suggestion. All right, thank you.